Hi, welcome to Maplewood Homestead. My name's Nancy. Today's video is going to be about my first attempt at making sausage and finishing up bacon that I had started last week. Let's get started. While they're eating, I want to show you. First of all, they've done an amazing job with this. They have torn it all up. I'm going to come in and till this. But until I do, look at the amazing beauty of my peach blossoms. I'm pretty darn excited that maybe, just maybe we'll have peaches this year. The frost keeps destroying my blooms. And although we've had a couple of really cold mornings, I'm really happy that they didn't destroy my blooms. So I'm hopeful that this year is the year for our peaches. Now my apple tree, they bud later, but you can see they're starting to get leaves now, so they come in a little bit later. Here's an update on the pigs. So as you see, we're down to 3 pigs. We used to have 5, and a couple of weeks ago, actually it was about a week and a half ago, we put up our pig that we were growing for ourselves, and we helped our friend who we had been raising the pig for to put up his. So now we are down to these 3. The largest of these 3 are going to be going to my brother-in-law, and the last 2 we're actually going to keep on the premises for about another 6 to 8 months until they're finished growing out, and then we're going to probably process them. We've really enjoyed the American guinea hog. Not sure we're going to raise them again, but that's another video. We were really intimidated by processing out the hogs. And at the end of the day, I don't know if it's because they were so small or we had done it before with a friend of ours, it wasn't as difficult as we had anticipated. Even butchering it down to the cuts that go in the freezer, it wasn't that hard. I really thought it was going to be a little bit more complicated, and it really wasn't. Good morning, girls. It really wasn't as difficult as I initially thought it was going to be to break down the hog into different parts that we recognize, that like we used to get from the grocery store. If you're interested in knowing what I use to do that, if you go to the Meatsmith Farmstead, he has some amazing tutorials that I used to help figure out how to quarter them, and also how to get them down to the stuff that we see like at the supermarket, so pork chops and roasts and stuff. Very helpful. Y'all remember Maple, right? She is larger than life. Look at this. She's due on Easter Sunday, which is a week and a half from now, and I can't be more excited. I have never seen her this big. This is our 4th kidding season together, and I think she's going to probably give us triplets. That's my guess. Maybe not. What do you think? And I'm going to be naming names for her babies. So stay tuned. Maple has always been a really great mom and never had any trouble kidding. So I'm really hoping that this year nothing is out of the norm for her, especially if she does have triplets. So you'll have to come back and see how that goes. I'm really going to try hard to be able to catch the delivery so I can share it with you guys. Right, Maple? Yeah. For those who are wondering, Finley is doing wonderful. She is healed quite well and back to her old self. Yep. Yep. She says, yes, it has. She is. She's back to her old self. Mm-hmm. Thanks for asking, right? Yeah. What do you got? Hi. Hi. All right, now that we got everybody settled down at the barn, we can get to the other things I wanted to get to today, which was finishing up my bacon and trying my hand at rabbit sausage. Okay, let's talk bacon. We decided to salt cure our bacon. We took the pieces of meat that covered the ribs down to underneath their tummy and salted it down on both sides, rubbed it in, and then put it in a 2.5 gallon Ziploc bag. Just like so. Then we laid it flat on the bottom of the refrigerator, every day coming in and flipping it over, and every day draining off whatever liquid had come off of it because of the salt. These are just about ready. I think they have maybe one more day of curing, and they'll be ready to be sliced up and used as bacon. How long do you cure it for? I've read anywhere from 4 to 7 days, depending on the person who's writing the article. So ours have been curing about 5 days now. So we'll come back in a later video and let you know how it tastes. I'm gonna go ahead and finish resalting these, put them back in the fridge, and then I'm gonna get going on our sausage. Who would have known it was so easy? I forgot to mention, after it's done curing, we're gonna have to rinse it off really good, or it's gonna be really salty. But I'll show you that another time. Now that I've got my bacon situated for now, I'm gonna try my hand at rabbit sausage. I've got this great lean rabbit meat, and I've got this delicious pork fat that we've just harvested. Why don't I try my hand at sausage? So I'm gonna learn something new here, and I'm taking you with me. So but first things first, I have to debone the rabbits. The meat is already chilled, which is really important when you grind. Don't try to grind warm meat. It doesn't turn out well. Ask me how I know. And after I get the chilled meat ground up, I'm gonna add some of the fat, the spices, and let's see how it goes. You're gonna notice on our channel that you're never probably gonna see us making sourdough bread or rolls or anything like that, or any kind of sugary jam or anything. We have been keto for the last 5 years, and actually for the last 2.5 years, I have personally been on the carnivore diet. So a lot of my recipes are gonna be keto/carnivore and not have any sugar or grains in it. So you're gonna see a lot of meat, and this is one of those times. Okay, so I've got a 1/2 pound of pork fat set aside, and I put the rabbit meat on ice to make sure it stayed super cold for when I grind it. So now I'm gonna grind this up along with the fat, and I think it should be about the right proportion. And we'll find out. After I do that, I'll season it. So. Okay, so I have my rabbit is ground. I ground the fat in with it. Now I'm gonna put in the seasonings and mix it up. Okay, this is my own concoction, but it's 2 teaspoons of Redmond's real salt, about 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and about 1/2 teaspoon, about more like a teaspoon, I think. I just kind of eyed it, of garlic powder. So I'm going to mix this up and then reblend it, and then I'm going to try to cook some. So let's get mixing. Hopefully this will be enough. We shall find out. Again, first time, I always figure when I do something for the first time, it's not going to come out exactly the way I planned, but that's my starting point. I am not looking for perfection. I'm looking for progress. Voila, a little rabbit sausage patty. Gonna see how it cooks up now. Okay, there they are. Time for the taste test. I'm excited because all of the meat that's in this, we grew on our farm. That's a big thing. Looks good. Very good. I don't know if it's close to the sausage taste. I think I better use real sausage herbs next time, like the sage. I didn't have any sage, so that's why I kind of fudged the rest. But it still tastes really good. My family will definitely eat this.